I'm Kris Barney, and welcome to All Things Possible TV. I love having you here with me and join me for our episode, Service Will Save You. It is awesome to be able to share tips and tools with you and the 7 traits that I teach all the time. And I would love to have you join our community. If you've not already joined our community, join at allthingspossible.biz. It's right here on the screen, and join us. You get my 7 traits video series free just for joining. And we have things all over our website, all over these episodes. We have over 150 videos out for you and opportunities for you to take your life to a new level. So join us and join our community. But let's get started on what this week we're going to talk about. This week we're talking about service. If you know me or you've been around our community, you know I teach 7 traits, and one of those traits is sincere service. For me, the difference between simple service and sincere service is completely different service. And I want to just briefly talk about what that is and then talk about how service can save you. Simple service is the kind of service that we do all the time. It's the stuff that we do for our kids. It's the service that we give for our husband or our spouse. It's the service that we do for our parents. It's simple service where it's almost required and it's expected of us. And as we are expected to do this service, it almost feels like a chore. What I want for you to know is that sincere service is when you do the act of service and you're the one that's changed. Sincere service is about going and doing for others. It's about doing things that someone can't do for themselves. And it's about going beyond yourself and seeing a need and being able to help with that. So I teach all the time about sincere service and how when we live our lives from a space of sincere service, it really changes things. Well, today I want to talk about some of those things. I said the title, Service Can Save You. And what I mean by that is we get so involved in our lives. We have things that come up. There's going to be times where you're depressed or overwhelmed or discouraged. And the best, fastest way to get out of that is to serve someone else. And so much of the time people think, oh, well, I've got to take cookies over or take a meal or do something for these people. And yet it doesn't have to look like that. It can be a text. It can be an email. It can be a compliment to someone who is having a rough day. It can be the difference in someone taking their life or their life being spared. I cannot tell you how many times I have found that service is that thing when somebody did this act of service and it was phenomenal on the other end, had a huge ripple effect. But service doesn't just affect us when it's, okay, I need to do some service, especially like this time of year. Okay, so it's almost Christmas time for us right now, and everybody gets into acts of service. Everybody starts looking outside of themselves to try to find someone they can help or serve, right? What if we were to do that all year long? And I ask that because it's not just in December that people need service. It's not just in December that it would serve you to do more service. When we can look outside of ourselves and create a way to serve someone else, our life is better. It helps us pull out of depression, frustration, overwhelm, even in a bad relationship. If you're in a marriage and you're struggling, if you will stop looking at everything from your side, your perspective, sorry about that, and stop being so inward focused and be outward focused, how could you serve this person? I can't tell you how many couples I have helped by just changing how they're serving each other. You change how you serve that significant other in your life and you put their needs ahead of your own. Now, I'm all about personal care and having your needs be met and all of that. So this isn't the only thing that you do. But if you will try to find a way to serve them, could you make their favorite food? Could you go to what they enjoy as a day out instead of what you want to go for date night, right? Be able to serve them in a different way. It will actually benefit you. And that's why I say service can save you. The most powerful service out there is when it changes you. I'll say that again. The most powerful service out there is when it changes you. Because you decide that you want that feeling again and you want to act on that again. At the same time, you are a better person by having done the service. So it raises the bar for you. So it raises your desire and raises the bar, and it continually focuses on ways that you can change your own life. Let's talk about it in a company sense. So if you're at work and your boss is really getting on your nerves, if you were to turn to service, how could you show up for that person, for that manager, whoever's directly over you? How could you show up and do things differently? Because when we do that, they treat us differently. They see our qualities. They see the good things that we're doing out there instead of our mistakes. They start to see the things that they want, and it builds from there. Think about it. The biggest companies in the world focus on customer service, customer satisfaction, being able to have the customer be happy. When they take their focus off of themselves and put it on to someone else, that's when they're the most successful. A happy customer comes back, does more business. A satisfied customer will be, okay, well, they had a mistake, it's rectified, I'll go back, right? It's the person that's upset or annoyed or feels like they didn't get the service that doesn't come back to do repeat business. So it's in our best interest, not only personally, but on a business sense, whether you're in just an employee or you're the owner of the company, service needs to be the highest priority. It will make the biggest difference. It will have the biggest impact and be the most powerful for your company and for you individually. When we focus on how can I make this better for this person, is that a smile? Is that a friendly gesture? Is that a compliment? Is that flowers? Is that giving them something that they've wanted for a long time? Is that up in the game with intimacy? Is that making your relationship better? Is that caring on a new level? How can you change your life by serving? And I promise you, if you will up your game in service, everything in your world will change. It takes a lot for us to be able to improve our lives. But on a simple, very basic structure, if you will work on sincere service, if you will implement it on new levels, you will see your life changed and you will have better success. Thanks for joining me today for this short little video, and help me help the whole world change the way they look at service. Let's have sincere service and really change how things go for not only ourselves but for others. We'll see you next time here on All Things Possible. Bye-bye.